guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about everything that's been going on with me and Logan and Layla moving out and moving into our own house. I will be doing a full house tour soon once we have more stuff moved in here and have more stuff unpacked. For now, I'm just going to be giving you guys a little bit of like a rundown of why we moved out, how we moved out, everything we had to go through to move out when I just turned 18 and Logan's still 17, and how we're sort of doing things and how it's been living completely on our own so far. Layla is over here eating in her high chair watching me film, so if you hear any little background giggles, that's Layla. So I'm gonna start this little story time with like what my living situation was before and why I decided to move into my own house when I was 16, before I got pregnant and had Layla. For those of you who are new here, I'm 18 now. I just turned 18. When I was 16, I moved out of my house in Maryland with my mom and my grandmother and my two little sisters, and I moved in with my aunt in Delaware, just a couple hours away. She lives near the beach, so I moved in with her towards the end of the school year in the summer, and I stayed there with her. I stayed there with her the summer after my sophomore year, and then I got pregnant at the beginning of my junior year. So since then, I've lived with her, and we've lived in a couple different houses around here because they rent houses, so we've lived in like 2 or 3 different places in Delaware. My uncle's job was located in Delaware, so that's why they moved here, and he just recently got transferred to another state, so they're going to be moving at the end of June when the lease for their current house is up. My aunt and my uncle and all of my cousins are going to be moving in June to where my uncle's job got relocated to. When I found out about the moving, I decided that I wanted to stay here because I really like it in Delaware, and I have family closer to here than to where they're going to be moving, and of course Logan is here and all of my other friends are here, so I thought it would be nicer to stay here, and honestly this is where I want to be for the first few years of Layla's life as of right now. So we decided it was time to look for our own place when I found out that they were moving. I definitely wasn't going to be able to buy a house, and I don't want to buy a house yet because that's like a huge investment and responsibility. So I looked into renting a place down here, and it's really hard to find rentals in Delaware because like there's not a lot of like apartment complexes or anything. There's like condos that you can buy, but there's not really a lot to rent unless it's a beach rental like for a week in the summer, or like it's more of like a vacation rental kind of place. So it's hard to find things that are year-round rentals around here. So I spent like about a month or 2 looking for rentals, just like on real estate websites, looking for rentals in the area, and I had a really hard time finding stuff, but I found a couple places in a location that's a little bit further from where we are now, just because it's easier to find stuff there than it was in the area we wanted to be in. And we looked at a few houses down there, but we didn't really like them, and they were really expensive, and that's another thing. Rentals in general down here are pretty expensive just because it's the beach. We can't really afford to be paying like a super high rent right now because obviously I have a family to support, and this is sort of the first time that I'm dealing with budgeting and, you know, paying rent and utilities and all that. So after a long time of searching for places, we looked at a couple different houses, and then one day I was looking on my Zillow app, and probably in February. Do you remember when I found the house? It was like early February. Okay.
Yeah, it was in February.
So like in early February, I was looking on my Zillow app, and I literally looked at it every single day waiting for new rentals to pop up. And finally this house popped up, and the price was amazing, the location was amazing, and everything about the house was perfect. I saw it the day that it was posted. I was like, this is going to be my house. So I immediately messaged the property management company and talked to them about coming to view the house. So we came and saw it, and actually when we came to see it, other people were looking at it too, which made me really nervous because I'm only 18. I didn't have any type of credit. I had just turned 18, and I figured it was going to be really hard to be able to rent a house when I just turned into an adult and don't have any credit established or any type of like rental history or anything. So I got really nervous because I knew that there was going to be other people that I was going to be competing with to get this house. After we viewed it, I talked to the property manager about our specific situation and how our income is sort of different than others because of YouTube, how I just turned 18 so I don't have any credit, but I could have someone co-sign with me. And he really helped me, and he worked really hard to talk to the owners about like our situation, get the owners to like us and want us to be their renters. I'm really grateful that we had such an amazing property manager and that he got us this place pretty much. He messaged me after we viewed the house and he gave me all the information about the whole application process. We filled out the applications and I had my grandma co-sign with us, and then he told me that there was a couple other applications in and there was people offering to pay more for the house, and that he wasn't sure if we were going to get it and we were gonna have to look at other places. And I was really upset because the house was perfect and I loved everything about it, and it was the first one that I actually liked that I found. It wasn't just like, okay, well, like, here's a cheap rental in the area, we'll just go with it. It was actually like, I actually loved everything about the house already. So I was really upset when I found that out, but then a couple days later he called me and congratulated us and told us that the owners of the house picked us to be the renters, picked our applications out of everyone else's. I was really happy about that, and we got the house pretty much. So that's the whole story on how we got it and how I found it and everything. It was like sort of a scary process because I've never dealt with renting my own place before and dealt with all that stuff, so it was like sort of new jumping into all of it. But we figured it out and we did it, and all we had to do was, once we had everything signed, I had to get all the utilities transferred into my name, and we got to move in a few weeks later, which was a week ago. We've officially been staying in this house for a week. It didn't come with anything except for this blue couch that I'm sitting on. We got the extra pillows for it, and it came with another one just like it, just right next to it. But other than that, we had to get everything else for it, all of the furniture. Luckily, we had some stuff already, and a lot of our friends gave us things, and we're still waiting to get some other stuff. But everything else, all the appliances and stuff, we had to get ourselves because it didn't come with anything, which is expensive but sort of nice because then I get to like design and pick everything myself, and then I'll have it forever for when I do buy a house one day. I'm not going to do a full house tour for you guys now, but you'll just slowly be getting some sneak peeks until I have everything set up so that I can do a full house tour for you guys. But my BFF Mia has been over here the last couple days helping me clean and organize and unpack everything. It's really coming together now, and I'm really excited for that, and I'm really excited for you guys to see the rest of the place. So that's that on the house, and now I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory on why we decided to move out exactly, other than my family moving away. For the first 8 months of Layla's life, I was living with my aunt, and we did have more space, and I had my own room with Layla, and I had my own bathroom, and she even had like a guest bedroom at the end of the hall, and it wasn't her bedroom, but her crib could be in there so she could sleep in her own room even though her stuff couldn't be in there. But it sort of got to be a lot, like trying to raise her in like it's sort of hard trying to like be a mom without being in my own household. So that's sort of how I felt. Like I wanted to have my own kitchen where I could like have all my own stuff for Layla. Not that I couldn't at my aunt's house, but she has her own family and her own like system going on there. She has a lot of kids and a lot of things to deal with, so I sort of felt like it would almost be better for me to just have my own place to raise Layla and deal with all my own stuff, and you know, like have my own washing machine for all of like my ridiculous amount of laundry, and have like, you know, all of that stuff. I felt like it would, as a mom, I have to be responsible for myself and my baby completely, and I just wanted to get to that point. We decided to move out, and luckily I still live near my aunt, so I still get to see her and my cousins here, and hopefully she'll still be able to have Layla while I'm in school. But I have had to miss a lot of school lately because she hasn't been able to watch Layla. But that's another story time that I'll probably be telling you guys soon. So, moral of the story is we moved out into our own house at 18, and Logan is 17, so technically speaking, I'm his guardian. And this past week it has sort of been a lot to like take on and handle, especially with moving in. Maintaining a household is a lot more than you really think when you're not actually doing it yourself. So thank your mom someday for all the dishes that she does, and all the laundry that she does, and all the cleaning that she does, and all the vacuuming and sweeping, all that stuff. If your mom does all that for you and you don't do any of it, thank your mom. Because it's a lot maintaining your own household with a baby. Alright, Logan, now it's your turn. What do you think about living on our own so far?
I think it's fun, and I like the change in
our lives.
You're so cute. Another thing, I'm really sorry about the lighting for this video. We were supposed to get up earlier and film this when it was actually daylight, but we didn't. So it's sort of dark now and it's sort of backlit, so don't even mind that. That's the story on how we moved out and why we moved out. And I can't wait to give you guys a house tour. Living on our own has been so much fun, and decorating my house has been the most fun, and I hope it just gave you a little bit more of an insight on what's been going on in our lives, because I've been sort of off the grid with the whole moving out thing. It's been a lot, so I haven't posted anything yet for you guys, but don't worry, you will be getting to see all of the decoration and cleaning that I've been doing very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.